So I'm now introducing Dr Elena Zaitseva from Liverpool John Moores University. Elena often works with very large volumes of qualitative data, larger than is easy to read, but she also gives other reasons for working in the particular way that she works. She uses a program called Leximancer to analyse very large volumes of data, and she has been working with the National Student Survey, analysing open-ended comments that students write on questionnaires. And as you can imagine, across many, many universities, there's a very large volume of data. So I'm going to ask Elena to tell us about how she's doing this analysis and to explain how she feels she can do this without doing violence to the data.
Leximancer is a semantic analysis software. Sometimes it's called concept mapping software. And the process of analysis is called unsupervised semantic mapping of natural language. So essentially, what it does, it's a form of text mining, and software calculates the frequency of words being mentioned in the text, and then after frequency is calculated, it's also computed distance between words in the text. So basically it looks at how words travel together throughout your text, and result of this computation is a concept map, which is interactive, and you will see the largest concept that that have been mentioned very frequently, and that very well connected. And you can see the distance between the concept, indicating how often they were mentioned together in your text. And essentially, it's a landscape. It's kind of picture of your text. It's a global view of your text, which is generated in less than 1 minute. This is an obvious benefit of the software. Not every frequently mentioned word will make it into the concept map. There is a certain relevance threshold which is automatically set up by the software. And relevance is actually an indication of the frequency and co-occurrence of this connectivity of the words. Software also could do sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is calculation of statistical probability of a concept or word being mentioned in a favorable or unfavorable context. So again, you will see almost immediately, is it a negative concept or is it a positive concept, the word itself. So this is quite helpful.
So sentimental analysis, very interesting.
And the good thing about this kind of computer part of the analysis that it is wisdom of crowd. It's driven by text itself rather than researcher. But this is where computer job ends and researcher job starts, because the researcher has to make sense of the concept map. Researcher has to unpick the messages behind each concept. And Leximancer allows you to go and explore all the quotes, all utterances that contributed to creation of the concept. So you essentially have all the quotes, all bits and pieces of your original data set to make sense of it. In relation to what you said about context, because Leximancer operates with sentences, sometimes with small paragraphs. So it's not too difficult for researcher to grasp the context of your original data set. And in case of really large data sets, the one I have been exploring, like NSS or Postgraduate Taught Experience Survey comments, it is a survey, and in surveys, context is pretty much assumed. So you know what's been asked, and you know what your research participants, your survey respondents will most likely to respond. So it will give you the kind of indication of the context.
Yeah.
to some extent.
So this combination makes you feel very confident that you're not doing violence to the data.
I think so. I think it's a combination. It's best of both worlds. So you've got computer analysis, and it does help you to pre-process your data, to make the data set manageable, to pick up the dominant discourse within your data set. And then it's researchers' kind of job to make sense of it. And I think it's probably the most kind of beneficial feature of the Leximancer.
Thank you. Thank you very much for explaining. Thank you.